Your clients are not ignoring your testimonial requests, but instead, your testimonial question is making them work too hard. I run Famewall.io, which is a testimonial collection tool. And across 3,600 testimonial pages, our customers have collected over 15,000 testimonials from customers. So I pull the most high performing testimonial collection pages by submission volume and looked at the questions behind them. Let me break down what's been working. The best pages were not asking if customers could say something nice about us. They were instead asking for a memory, for a story. Now I'll show you 10 different testimonial templates across different niches. But first, let's see why most testimonial requests fail. Asking, can you leave us a testimonial sounds quite simple. But now the customer has to decide what to talk about. The result, the problem, the product, the moment they liked using your service, and the reason why they have to recommend you. You handed them an empty plate and asked them what they would like to have for dinner, but rather, you should have given them options to choose from. Most happy customers are really willing to help. They're just not willing to think from scratch. The question should actually remove the thinking. So let's look at one universal request template that you can use for most of your niches. So the safest all-purpose version is this. Thank you for being part of our experience. Your story helps others understand what this is really like. Could you answer any three of these? What were the things like before the product, service, or program? What stood out to you during the experience? What changed for you afterward? What result, win, or moment you were most proud of? And what you would tell someone who's considering this product, service, or program? This works almost anywhere, but niche too matters. A gym, a course, a jewelry store, or a nonprofit should not just ask the same thing. So we'll look at different testimonial request templates across different niches so that you can use the one which suits your business the most. So the first template is the training session debrief. So the highest volume testimonial page that was analyzed in Famewall was a training session page. It had over 500 submissions from customers as testimonials. So it did something smart. It guided people back into the room. So instead of asking for a generic review, it made them remember the useful lesson, the moment that stuck, the recommendation that they would give, and the person leading the session. You can use this for workshops, webinars, live trainings, and conferences. And the reason why it works is that after a live session, people remember moments. They do not remember polished marketing copy. So the next template is for a course, challenge, or a coaching program. So the second pattern was actually courses and challenges. One challenge page had over 400 submissions. The structure was simple: before, help, and result. So use this template when someone went through a course, bootcamp, cohort, challenge, a mastermind, or a coaching program. This creates a case study without making the customer write like a marketer. So the next testimonial request template is for a community, a gym, or a membership type. So here's where a lot of business owners mess up. They use the before and after template when the testimonial is required to be more emotional. A group fitness testimonial collection page collected over 350 testimonials, and it did not ask about features. It pulled people toward belonging, the class they loved, the instructor they remembered, the habit that kept them showing up, and the reason the place mattered. So you can use this template for gyms, memberships, classes, communities, and creator audiences. If people buy because of identity, belonging, energy, or habit, ask them about that. Do not force everything into what problem did we solve. The next template that we're going to see is an e-commerce product review template. Physical product pages were much simpler. They kept the customer close to the purchase, the product quality, and the buying experience. The smart ones, in fact, also asked for a photo. So use this template for e-commerce, handmade products, beauty, jewelry, home goods, and DTC brands. For e-commerce, a photo often does more work than another adjective. The next template that we're going to see is the high-ticket results and proof. Some buyers do not need vibes. They in fact need evidence. One wealth building page collected over 291 submissions. The questions were more focused on proof. It was around visible progress, what caused it, the support around it, and the biggest change after joining. Use this for high-ticket programs, career outcomes, business coaches, investing, education, and performance-based services. Vague praise is going to be weak here. In fact, a great program is as nice for your ego, but that's not useful for the next buyer. So this template will help you with that. So the next template is the hiring or video application template. So one of the most interesting testimonial collection pages was not a testimonial collection page at all. It was a video application page for podcast hosts with over 200 video submissions. So this is actually a good reminder that testimonial collection pages are useful when you want someone to speak naturally in front of the camera. The page was not trying to collect praise, it was trying to hear the person, their presence, their reason for applying, and whether they could speak clearly about the topic. You can use this template for hiring, auditions, ambassador programs, scholarships, podcast hosts, or creator roles. A resume tells you credentials. A short video tells you presence. So the next testimonial template is the professional milestone. So another testimonial collection page collected over 200 testimonial customer submissions for a professional milestone. It made people tell the story of why the milestone mattered, how it changed their career, and where they fit inside the larger community. Use this for certifications, associations, alumni communities, member celebrations, and professional groups. People like telling stories when they're not just a customer, but when they're part of something bigger. So the next testimonial template is advocacy or non-profit story. Some testimonial pages were making it clear that they did not want to sell, but they were instead trying to make people understand a cause. So it did not ask supporters to compliment the organization. It asked them to explain what the cause meant in their life and what changed because of access and what would be at stake if that access disappeared. Use this testimonial template for nonprofits, public education, patient stories, community campaigns, and advocacy. Do not ask a nonprofit supporter to review you. Ask them to explain why the work matters. So the next testimonial request template is creator or content feedback. For creator brands, the best testimonial pages focused on experience. It focused on what the conversation felt like, what idea stayed with the person, and what they could tell the next guest or listener. You can use this for podcasts, newsletters, YouTube channel, creator communities, and media brands. The goal is not praise, the goal is to capture the feeling of the experience. So the final testimonial request template is the local service or premium experience. So for local services and premium experience, the buyer has more risk. So they're trusting someone with their home, health, emergency training, or a major project. So here you have to use questions that reduce fear. So this is where team shoutouts actually matter. People trust specific humans more than a company name. So after looking through these pages, the pattern is clear. The goal is to not ask too many questions. In fact, some pages ask too much but did not get testimonials. In fact, the pattern is ask the right kind of questions for the customer's experience. So there are only 5 useful testimonial question types. What changed? What stood out? What result did you get? What would you tell someone else? And what did this mean to you? That is it. If your prompt does not trigger one of those, it's probably noise. So once you know the testimonial questions, the implementation is pretty simple. You can use Famewall.io to create a testimonial collection page. You can put the right questions on the collection page, send one link, and stop making customers write from scratch. In fact, this is the main reason why I built Famewall this way. You can create a collection page, choose text or video or even audio, and add the prompts that match your niche. And you in fact send one clean link. So use Famewall and make it super easy for your customers to send you a testimonial. So what if you don't have any customers yet? If you are a new business, don't send a testimonial request to everyone. Send it to the 5 people that you can think of who've had a clear win. It could be someone whom you're offering a free service or a demo in exchange for a testimonial request or review. The mistake is not that you forgot to ask for testimonials. The mistake is that you asked for a blank testimonial instead of asking for a memory or story. Use the template that matches your niche. Keep it 3 to 5 questions and make the customer think less. Once you collect the testimonials, the next problem is to decide where to place them to attract more buyers, because 5 testimonials hidden at the bottom of a page actually do nothing. I've done a breakdown of where you can display the testimonials in this video. Feel free to check it out. Do leave a like and subscribe to this channel if you found this video useful. I'll be back with more helpful findings and tutorials of running a testimonial collection tool.